What's going on with you? Today we're doing Vulnerablenet or Vulnnet Endgame. Vulnnet Endgame is a machine that relies heavily on enumeration. As per the description, hack your way into the simulated vulnerable infrastructure. No puzzles, enumeration is the key. So what you need to do here, we enumerate, and through the enumeration process we answer these questions. We find the password of the CMS, and then lastly we find the user and the root flag. So that's all in the task, only one task, and we start. So starting the machine, before starting the machine, let's first talk about the concepts that we will be covering in this room. So the first thing we will do, guys, in this room is we scan with Nmap, as always. So scanning the machine with Nmap reveals the open ports, reveal the services, as you already know. After scanning with Nmap, we will enumerate for subdomains, giving you guys here the steps briefly. Alright, you can experiment with the machine, we can try different methods to reach the final goal, which is the root, but I'm giving you guys the methods right away after the experimentation and after doing the machine for a couple of minutes or couple of hours. So after the subdomains, we will find several subdomains on the machine. Okay, now one of the subdomains here, we have admin as a subdomain, we have blog, and we have API. Okay, to be honest, it's admin1, admin1.vulnet, blog.vulnet, and api.vulnet. So the third step, we will find the first clue under blog.vulnet.net, let's say, or .thm, doesn't matter. So here you can find your first clue, and the first clue here is an indication of SQL injection. Here you'll find your first SQL injection attempt. We're going to talk about this while we do the machine. Now the fourth step, we will be enumerating database, or we'll be doing DB enumeration. Since we exploited the SQL injection vulnerability, we can enumerate all the databases, extract usernames and passwords. So the fifth step, we'll be doing password brute force. So one of the databases here contain many passwords and one username. Okay, so we try all the different combinations of the password against this username. That's why I put here the fifth step as the password brute force. After the password brute force, the username and password that we found from step 5, we will use them for SSH access. Or not SSH. SSH comes later. We use them to access the administration panel under the admin subdomain. So under admin subdomain, there is a login form here. Okay, so by finding the username, the correct combination of username and password from the fifth step, we'll be able to use them to log into the administration panel under the subdomain admin1. Now 7, we will be uploading PHP reverse shell. Now uploading the PHP reverse shell is tied to accessing the administration panel here. So without accessing administration panel, and of course which is stipulated by finding the correct combination of username and password, we can't achieve any sort of reverse shells. So after achieving the reverse shell, we will be able to access the machine, and the sixth step, or the eighth step, sorry, we'll be extracting the Firefox profile. After extracting the Firefox profile, we'll be decrypting all of the contents of the profile, of course using the tool, as you remember the name of it, Firefox underscore decryptor. This will give us username and password. We use these for what? 9 step to get access to the SSH server, and from that step we will find that there is a vulnerability set UID or set decap set UID, and we will exploit the vulnerability as we always do to get the root user. That's how we will do the machine, and these are the steps. Now let's jump into practice. So this is the nmap scan. We have 2 open ports, 22 for SSH and 80 for HTTP. Right off the bat, we go to the browser and we navigate to the main address, and we see the statement or our services are accessible only through the Vulnnet THM domain. So this means we have to add this to the host file. So we go back. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's add the IP address of the machine here along with the host name. Vulnnet.thm. Let's see now if you are able to access Vulnnet.thm. So we have missed one in here. Okay, and that's what we see. Our website is opening soon. Please register to notify you when it is ready. Okay, right. So let's now go to the next step, which is subdomain enumeration. We can perform subdomain enumeration through DNS tools, and we can also use FFUF. First, let's make sure we have the right word lists, which is seclist. Let me download the seclist from here. Right click, copy, or without sudo, git clone. So ffuf -u -c, and then we define the word list. So the word list we have is under seclist. And then let's see what we have. Discovery. We're gonna go for DNS. Let's take a look here. Subdomains, top 1 million, 5,000, 2,000. So let's go over the first one. Okay, and then we define the host using -h, 2 single quotes, host, fuzz, Vulnnet. Okay, let's take a look now. So we have a lot of invalid fuzzing here. So let's stop this and take a look here. So we have the size 65 of these incorrect attempts. So let's define, or let's filter these requests using the -fs flag, -fs0, -fs65. As you can see immediately, guys, we see these two, or 4. Blog, shop, API, admin 1. And this is it. So now we start navigating, guys. The first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go to admin 1. We're gonna first add this to the host file. Okay, so sudo nano hc hosts. And here we have API dot vulnnet thm. The other one was blog. And here we have API blog admin 1. And the last one was shop. Okay, let's start the navigation here. So we start with admin 1. So what do we have? Vulnnet management panel is up. Okay, so we need to find out what is the directory to access the management interface. So we take the URL here and we go back. We use directory search. Here we aim to find out, guys, the directory that will lead us to the administration panel. Now after this will finish, you will find out that it is under typo 3. So here /typo 3. As you can see, this will lead to the administration panel, but we don't have the correct credentials yet. We can try the default ones, admin password, so on and so forth, but nothing is gonna happen. So let's now skip this for now and go to blog Vulnnet, where we will find the first clue to proceed. As you can see, the first post about Windows search vulnerability can be abused. If you right click and inspect, at the end, or let's enter the post first and visit the page source. At the very end, you will find a weird URL. Let's see what it is. Yeah, here it is. As you can see, this, if you take the URL here and try to access this link, we get this JSON response. If you take a close look at the URL, as you can see, we have /API/v2/fetch and $blog equal 1. So here we have some indication that this might be file inclusion, directory traversal, or SQL injection vulnerability. We have to try. So if we put here, for example, 1 and then single quote, no record found. If we try to access the etc password through directory traversal attempt, and we get nothing. If we try 0 or 1 equal 1, as you can see here, so we get this reflected on the JSON response. This means we have an SQL injection vulnerability. So how to proceed? We're going to use SQL map. So we have two options. We can send the request and intercept the request in Perp Suite, save that into a text file and feed the file to SQL map, or we can simply take the URL. Since we have the ID very clear here, we can just copy the URL and provide it as an input to SQL map. Let's skip that. So SQL map -u, fine, -- batch -- let's find the complete database management system under this URL. Let's see. We aim to find out, guys, the databases so that we are able to enumerate them one by one and find out the sensitive information like usernames, password, hashes, whatever. Alright, so we have three databases: blog, information schema, v, and admin. So let's enumerate them one by one Of course, we're going to skip information schema, nothing will be there. It's only systematic information about the structure of the databases. So the same query here, instead, we will say -d vn underscore admin -- tables. Extract the tables. So these are the tables under this database. So we're interested in revealing the users here. So what we're going to do, we're going to issue the same query here, but instead of the tables, we're going to specify the table we are interested in, which is b users, and say enumerate the columns. So under this table, we have these columns. We have username, and do we have passwords in here? Let's take a look. Password, yes. So let's dump these two entries. So -t, wait, -t vn admin, -t to be b users, and then I say -c username password -- dump. So we have a user Chris underscore W, and we have this. So attempting to crack this will take a lot of time using RACU. So instead we're going to first continue the enumeration of the other database, okay? And at the end we will give a decision what we will do with this. Okay, so back here, this time I'm going to enumerate the blog database. So here instead of vn underscore admin, we're going with blog. We have three tables: users, metadata, details, blog underscore posts. Of course, we are interested in users. So -t blog, -t users, -- columns. We have these columns: password and username. Of course, we're going to dump the password and the username. So -t users, and here -c, the columns we are interested in dumping are username and password -- dump. So we have a long list here, as you can see, guys, of usernames and passwords. So there is no way on earth we need to try logging in with every user of these. Instead, we're going to take the list of these passwords, okay, put it in a word list, and try to crack the main password of the username Chris underscore W. So we're going to save this. We're going to save this into a file. So let's go to see where these files are saved. Users, cat users. Okay, it's in CSV format. Let's move the file to, or copy the file to desktop. Okay, this is the file. I'm going to copy the file over to my local machine to be able to extract the usernames. Or the passwords. Okay, we're going to copy the list. Alright, and here we're going to put this in a list, pwd, okay, save that, and then we will going to use John the Ripper. John, let's first go back, see where is the hash. So the hash that we are attempted to crack is somewhere. Is it lost? Let's go back. So this is the hash, right? Okay. So nano hash or Chris hash. Paste the hash here. Save, and then John Chris hash dash dash word list equal this. Okay, and we have the password. So taking this password, we go back to the browser and back here. This is the password, and username is Chris_W. And of course, we're gonna be able to log in. Hopefully. Okay, once we get access to the administration panel, our first aim is to find a way to get reverse shell. So we have here the section file list. We click on that, and as you can see, we have a way to upload files. So let's find out, or find the place where I stored the reverse shells. Let's now do a couple modifications on the file. So we have to change the IP and the port as we usually do. The port can stay the same 1234, but I'm gonna change it to my preferred port 4545. And here I need to put the IP address of my machine, which happens to be this one. Okay. And C-LVP4545. Okay, it's time to upload this. So we go back, click on the upload, tools, shells, PHP reverse shell, and this is the one. When we have an error, PHP reverse shell isn't allowed. Okay, so there is a filter here, guys, that doesn't allow certain extensions to be uploaded to the site. We have two options. We either look for a way to bypass the filter, okay, or we need to find the settings of this filter. So we go to settings, and let's see here, extension configuration, configure installation wide options, back end, front end. I don't think it's back end. System. Let's search. Maybe we type something like file admin directory, disable execution function, file deny pattern. Yes, this is the one. As you can see, among the extensions that are prohibited are PHP, PHPSH, PHTML, PHT, and others. So we're going to remove this filter and click on write configuration, and the configuration has been applied. Now let's go back to file list, re-upload, upload files. Okay, so it has been uploaded. Now to access this, we're gonna have to navigate to the, or to trigger the exploit, we're gonna have to navigate to the directory where the exploit has been stored. So we go back here. Let's see here. So we have admin vulnet typo 3. Instead of typo 3, we're gonna have to find out the upload path of this. So we have, as you can see, file admin. It's under file admin. So file admin slash user upload. So it's under this directory only. Let's copy that and try to access it. And as you can see, guys, we get the first reverse shell. So we have here, we are which user, data. Now from this step, we're gonna move on and download the Mozilla Firefox user profile. Why? Because this is how the machine is constructed to be done, guys. So basically, let's look for this. So cd home ls cd system. Let's see. So we have .mozilla, and under .mozilla, guys, we have Firefox and we have extensions. So what we can do here, we can just zip this directory and move it over to our machine. cd back zip. Let's move it to temp and name the file something such as fire or fox mozilla.zip, and we select the file to be zipped, or the directory for, -r. So we go to temp, okay, and here we have to find a way to transfer this file. So what we can do here, if we go to var www cd html, okay, so we can put this file in under any one of these subdomains. I'm gonna put it under html, the main directory. Okay, so cp temp, the file name was foxmoz.zip, and we copy it into var www.html. Okay, now we go back here. Slash foxmoz.zip. Not found. Okay, how about okay, slash fox. So we get that the file not found. Typo 3-2, what's that? Not found. I don't know why we get not found here. Okay, we can put that under the blog subdomain. You just have to download this file. Okay, so going back, cd blog. Okay, so cp foxmoz.zip, and we copy it to var blog. So we have the file here. Let's try to download this file. Foxmoz.zip. Okay, we saved the file to my machine. Okay, move the file to desktop. Okay, and let's now unzip the file. So we have, let's see here, tools, checklists. What happened? ls-la. So this is the file .mozilla directory cd.mozilla cd firefox. As you can see, under this directory we have the login JSON. Okay, it means that this profile has a login. Going back, let's examine this one. Let's start with 8m. This one doesn't have login, so we are not interested in this profile. Let's see other profiles. cd20, no login, fine. Crash reports, pending please. So we are interested only in this profile as it has a login, which means there are a combination of username and password. So let's add this profile to the profiles and then decrypt the contents. So nano profiles. Okay, so we're going to replace, for example, this one with the profile we are interested in. Since it has logins or login, we're gonna replace it here. And then we're going to feed all of this into the Firefox Decryptor tool. So first let's download the Firefox Decryptor as I lost access to it. Okay, so here let's put it under cd crypto. Okay, git clone. So this is the Python file. Now we're going to start the script and give the path to the profile as an input. So Python 3 Firefox, okay, and then we say home. Completing script argument or file. Where we left this file, it's under desktop. And then Firefox. Okay, so we have two profiles to select from. We're gonna go with one. And we have username and password. So let's use combination, guys, to log into the SSH server. So let's copy the username. Grab the password. Access denied, come on. We still get access denied. So there is a reason for that. So let's find out why Chris_double didn't work when I tried to SSH with it. So going back to the machine, cat etc passwd. So Chris_double doesn't have a login, which is why we were not able to log in as this user to the SSL server. So we're going to have to find another user. So this user here has a login, has a shell. We can try to log in as system. So ssh system at vulnnet, and we try with the Chris password. Hopefully it will work, and it did. Now the last step, we will need to escalate from system to root. To do that, we're going to need to enumerate a bit the privilege escalation vectors. So as always guys, we're going to step to the correct step right away. So we're going to open the notes file and search for how to enumerate the capabilities. So Linux, search for capabilities. So as you can see guys, we have capability under home system utilities OpenSSL. So we can exploit that with the following. Okay, so we are here under, let's go to desktop, or let's grab first the user. This is the flag of the user, and now let's create a file called exploit nano exploit, and you can copy the content guys from here, from this blog. I'm gonna copy the contents from here. And the last step, we're going to need to compile this with, of course, GCC. -c exploit.c. So it doesn't exist. We need to compile this on my machine. Okay, so let's create the file on my machine. gcc-f If you encounter this error guys while you are compiling the file, just run sudo apt get install and install all of the OpenSSL development package. Alright, so this worked. Again, gcc -shared -o Alright, so we're going to move this file starting a Python server, and I'm going to download this file to the machine. So duplicate, the port, and exploit. So give it permission to run. And lastly, we run this. Of course, to run the exploit, we have to run it with the library of the OpenSSL. So to navigate to that, system, or we copy the path from above. Let's see here. So this is the path. Dash engine. And as you can see, the user immediately switched to root access. So cd root, cd thm flag, cat root.txt. So this is the user flag, the root flag, and let's find out where is the user flag. And lastly, what's the password of the CMS administrator? Well, that one has to be a bit hard because I don't remember where we found the password. Nope. And this is the password. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.